Have you ever had this weird experience where you understand almost everything in English, but the moment you need to speak, your mind goes blank? Or you know exactly what you want to say, but the sentence gets stuck somewhere between your brain and your mouth, and what comes out sounds simple, slow, or not like you. And then you walk away thinking, what is wrong with me? Why can I understand English so well, but I can't speak it naturally? If that's you, I want you to hear this clearly. Nothing is wrong with you. This is one of the most common situations I see in adult English learners, especially intermediate and advanced learners. You've done the hard work. You've built understanding. You can follow podcasts, YouTube videos, meetings, even jokes sometimes. But speaking is a different skill. Speaking is real time. Speaking has pressure. Speaking has your identity attached to it. And that's why it feels so personal when it doesn't come out the way you want. Here's the bold truth. Understanding English and speaking English are related, but they're not the same muscle. Understanding is like recognizing songs on the radio. Speaking is like performing the song live, in front of people with no rehearsal. And you're also trying not to make mistakes. Of course, that feels harder. And most adults don't struggle because they don't know enough English. They struggle because they're trying to speak perfectly while also translating, while also judging themselves, while also worrying what the other person is thinking. That's a lot to carry in one sentence. Let me describe what I see all the time. A student is in a work meeting. They understand the discussion. They even have opinions. But when it's their turn to speak, they start building the sentence in their first language. Then they translate it, then they adjust the grammar, then they search for the perfect word. Then they think, is this too direct? Is this polite enough? And by the time they're ready, the moment is gone. Someone else speaks, the topic changes, and the student feels invisible. Not because their English is bad, but because their process is too heavy for real-time conversation. So what's the fix? The fix is not learning 10 more grammar rules. The fix is building a lighter speaking process. And the first step is accepting that natural speaking is not perfect speaking. Native speakers do not speak in perfect sentences. We pause. We restart. We say things like, wait, what I mean is, we use simple words. We say, I'm not sure, but. We speak in chunks, not in textbook sentences. One of the biggest changes you can make is to stop trying to create original sentences from scratch every time. Instead, start collecting and practicing common phrases that native speakers use. Things like, the main thing is, from my point of view. What I'm trying to say is, to be honest, it depends. Give me a second. These are not fancy expressions. They're just comfortable tools. And when you have these tools ready, your brain doesn't panic as much because it has a familiar path. Another big reason you understand but can't speak naturally is fear. And I mean real fear. Fear of sounding stupid. Fear of being judged. Fear of making one mistake and having it define you. And here's what I want you to remember. Most people are not listening to your grammar. They're listening to your message. They're listening for confidence, clarity, friendliness. When you speak with tension, your voice gets tight, your speed gets weird, and your brain gets even slower. But when you allow yourself to be human, your English actually improves. I had students who were amazing in writing, amazing in listening, but quiet in conversations. And when we dug into it, the problem was perfectionism. They believed they had to speak with the same accuracy as their writing. But speaking is messy for everyone. The goal is not to speak like a textbook. The goal is to connect. If you're enjoying this, or if you've been dealing with this for a long time, you can do me a quick favor. Subscribe, like the video, and honestly, tell me in the comments where speaking breaks down for you. Is it meetings, phone calls, small talk, ordering food? I read those, and it helps me make episodes that actually match your real life. Now let's talk about thinking in English, because this is a game changer. People think thinking in English means you have to live in English 24/7. No, it starts small. It starts with using English for tiny moments in your day. When you're making coffee, say in your head, I'm making coffee. I'm running late. I need to answer this email. When you're walking outside, name what you see. It sounds simple, but it trains your brain to produce English without translating. And when your brain stops translating, your speaking gets faster and more natural. Also, stop waiting until you have a perfect sentence. Start speaking with what you have, then adjust as you go. Native speakers do this constantly. You can say, how do I say this? Or, I forgot the word, but it's like, or, let me say it another way. Those little phrases are not weaknesses. They are power tools. They keep you in the conversation. And here's a mindset shift I really want you to take seriously. Fluency is not speed. Fluency is flow. It's the ability to keep going even when the sentence isn't perfect. It's the ability to stay calm when you forget a word. It's the ability to trust that the listener will meet you halfway. Because most people will. So the next time you understand everything but you can't speak, don't conclude that you're bad at English. Just notice what's happening. Are you translating? Are you trying to be perfect? Are you afraid of being judged? Then choose one small change. Use one simple phrase. Speak one shorter sentence. Allow one mistake. Keep the conversation moving. That is how natural speaking is built. Not in one big moment of confidence, but in 100 small moments where you keep going. You're closer than you think. If you can understand English, your brain already knows the language. Now we just need to make speaking feel safer, lighter, and more automatic. And you can do that, one real sentence at a time.